Hi guys, it's middle of February, it's a rainy day, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. This is not really going to be a how-to because this is something that I'm not experienced with. I've been doing fig cuttings for a couple of years, and I've done them as softwood and hardwood cuttings, but I've never used the fig pop method, which is where you use a bag and you put your medium inside that and you wrap it up around the your cutting and let it root like that. And it's rooting without a humidity dome. And some people put them on heat, some people don't. And from what I understand, everybody's having pretty good success with them. You can put them in sterilite containers like this and just stack them in there. I wouldn't stack them in there, but put them in there kind of tight, put a lid on it, and then you can put another one on top of it. So you can have a lot of cuttings trying to root in a very small space. So that's something I'm wanting to experiment with. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer and show you the products that I picked up from, I actually picked this up from Walmart. I did not buy the big long 14-inch bags like you see a lot of the others do. Maybe I can get everything into the frame like I would want to. Like I said, this is not a how-to because I'm no authority on this method. So what I'm going to do is basically a kind of like a vlog to where it's for my personal use, but I'm going to share it. And that way I can document what I'm doing and the success that I get from it. So like I said previously, this is anything you can pick up from Walmart. I picked up these bags here, and I think they're like 10, 12 inches long. I think they're closer to 10 inches. They were about $6.50 for 150 of them. That's the tag off of it. I picked it up in the craft section, and these are just your party bags. And then I picked up a bag of file bands. Maybe you can read it, but this is in your office supplies, and it's just rubber bands like you put on your manila envelopes and that kind of thing. And that's pretty much all of the materials that's being used, other than I am using Pro Mix potting soil. This is not a seed starting mix, but I did sift it through a 1/4-inch mesh. Now the varieties of figs that I am going to root are brown turkey, and then I have, that's another brown turkey. I've got a bag of Celeste. I got the Celeste from a family member that has quite a few fig trees, but Celeste is something that he had that I did not have. So I'm going to, I will probably go ahead and put all of these in the fig pop and give it a try that way. This is a pack of brown turkey that I did not scrub down with a Clorox solution. So there is a little bit of mold trying to start on these cuttings. So I'm wanting to go ahead and get this taken care of and use those. So, all right, what I'm going to do, I'll take one of these bags, open it up, and then I'll take my sifted potting soil. Now, this is a peat based, and one of the critical things for success in a fig pop method is moisture. If you have it too dry, your cutting will die. If you have it too wet, then your cutting will develop a lot of mold and rot. So you want to, I can't even get it in the bag. I'm making a bigger mess. You want to take the soil and you want to wet it, not to where it's, when you can't wring it out. You can, if you, I don't know if you can see, it's, I can barely get a drop of water out of that, and I'm squeezing pretty hard, and it just leaves a little moisture on my hand. That's as wet as you want it. That's how I do all of my cuttings. You don't want to saturate it. For these bags, I guess I need a little better setup, kind of like a funnel to get it in these bags, but maybe if I do it a little slower. Okay, you don't want to fill it up, and you don't want to press it down, because you want it to be fluffy to where air can go through, and the roots are able to travel without any problems. I'm going to start with a Celeste. Now, all of my cuttings, I label them. Whenever I take my cuttings, you can see that where the leaf came out, it's the large spot there, and then you've got the little small bumps above. Those are your leaf nodes, and those little small bumps is where the roots and the new shoots will come from. The roots can actually come from different areas from here, but most of your indifferentiated cells are in the area where your leaf node is at. So this in here, it is blunt on the end, and but if you're going into regular soil that's a little bit compacted, you'll need a dibbler. So what I'll do now is I'll take one of these large file rubber bands, and I will pull the plastic into the cutting. Hold it like that. Pull it tight. Now, this is a little bit more labor intensive than just doing the regular hardwood cuttings, because a hardwood cutting, you can just take it and put it in a pot or tray or whatever, and just stick it in, go to the next one. You can put in 100 in just a little time. But as you can see here, it takes a little bit more time to wrap the rubber band and your plastic around your cutting. Now, you want to have a leaf node below the surface. And this one had one leaf node below the surface. I would have rather had two, but one's fine. And I have two nodes coming out the top. And you can see there, my cutting is labeled Celeste. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'll show you one more. And after that, then I'll just do the rest, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I do next. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this clip, or I have already recorded me doing two of these to show you. So if this is the second one, then that means I deleted the second one actually to make it the video shorter. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because, like I said, this is a learning experience for me. And so I came up with a better way of filling my bag. So I would like to share that with you. And it's nothing high tech, but I just took a styrofoam cup. I use a lot of these cups for planting my tomato transplants in, and I just cut the most of the cup away, and then I'll just take it and put it in the bag just like that. You can run it on down, that's fine. It just stays there to keep it. And then I'll get my cup of dirt or soil, just like that. And just so happens this cup's a little bit close to the same, but a little smaller. Just tap it, and there it is. And just kind of drop it a little bit to make a flat spot for the bottom. And I think I'll have just enough to do this last. It's kind of like what you would use for filling your jars if you're doing canning. So that's what I was thinking when I was doing the other bags. Now, this is the brown turkey, and I have it in a bleach solution because, like I said earlier, it has some of these had a little bit of a mold on them, so I've been washing them off. Now, these are the ones that I stored with the tops and the bottom sealed with paraffin wax. So you want the bottom cut off. So I left a little bit of a space there between this node and the bottom. So I'm just going to come in just like that and cut it. And I made it in a little bit of an angle just for going in purposes. And this one's going to be a good cutting. So I'm just going to run it in almost to the bottom, just like that. Pull my plastic up. Get the band around the plastic like that. Get it started. Just like that, and it'll hold the plastic. So then you can just give it one twist there, bring it around, and then that one's done. So I've got 9, and actually I have one here that I did not label the top. This one did not get labeled, and you want to make sure these are labeled because they all look the same. You cannot tell them apart by, and majority of the time, the leaves will change on a plant with its age. So I'm going to come in and I'll put a BT right there for brown turkey, and it should still be there. If I have to, I can. If I notice it's fading, I can get a plant tag and put on it as well. But these do not require light. You do not have to have bottom heat if you have it in your house. A lot of people will take and put these on top of their refrigerator. Your refrigerator gives off heat, and so you can put that over your refrigerator. You can put it, if you've got a radiator under your window, put it on top of the radiator, not directly. You want something between the radiator and the fig pop, but just put it on the windowsill, but not up against the glass, because that glass will be cold, and you want the cutting to be able to start rooting, and they will not root when it's cold. They have to have warm temperatures. Now, I have just a milk crate here. You can see I just dug it out. It's not cleaned out or anything like that. And you do not have to put these in a tote. They don't have to be in a tote. Humidity is all in the bag. If you have your moisture right, then that's fine. Everything should be fine. So I made 9 of these. There were 5 of these were Celeste, and then the other 4 are brown turkey. So just squeeze them in like that. You don't have to worry about roots being tangled. You don't have to worry about it contaminating the plant next to it. You don't have to worry about fungus gnats for in your house, because if you start with this mix, you're liable to have fungus gnats eventually. And that's all it is to it. We will see how these do. I already have about 5 of them in the house that I did a few days ago. So I'm going to, I'll carry them in with this, and I doubt I'll leave them in this container. I might, but just put them somewhere warm and let them go. And when you start getting leaves, that's another thing. They do not need light as long as they do not have leaves. But once you start getting leaves, you need to get them light, because they will start growing and trying to find light. And ideally, it would be nice if wherever you put it, the bottom stays a little warmer than the top, and that would give the roots a chance to grow before you start getting a canopy. So that's all there is to this video. Like I said, this is just for mainly for my records, but I'm wanting to share this with all of you and let you see how this works. So thanks for watching, and God bless.